My name is David James Duncan. I am the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of South Africa. Freemasonry is probably more relevant today than it has been since it first began. Civil society, unfortunately, is somewhat fractured, and truth, morality and brotherly love are certainly not the things that are practiced within the structures of our society. What we try to do is we try to promote these principles amongst our members so that they will go out into society and by their example incite others to see that they are good people and that they are aspiration levels. And hopefully by doing that we will in fact be able to inculcate into civil society a better understanding of what a good person is all about.
Freemasonry is the world's oldest and largest secular, fraternal and charitable society and has several million members spread across the world.
Freemasonry is not a religion, nor is it a substitute for religion. While it demands that its members believe in a supreme being, it does not produce or induce faith. So as an example myself, I was a Freemason before I was ordained as a minister, as a priest. Freemasonry prompted me to seek to increase my faith, to increase my spirituality, and pointed me back to my faith and to my religion.
The most commonly accepted theory is that the origins of Freemasonry reach back into the medieval times.
In recent times, one of the main challenges faced by Freemasonry throughout the world has been to dispel the impression it has created about itself as being a secret society. It most certainly is not.
It is also common practice to have lectures and discussions on various Masonic topics, and most lodges caters for ladies' nights where the members' partners are included in lodge formal activities.
In our Grand Lodge comprises a dress suit and a black tie or a black bow tie in most of the cases.
Several of these symbols that you will see here are well known, and each of those symbols is indicative of a certain principle or characteristic which Freemasonry would like to promote.
Grants, donations and active support have been provided to Masonic and non-Masonic recipients alike.
To be a Freemason, a man has to believe in a supreme being, and our order welcomes good men of all religious persuasions. It must be stressed, however, that we do not accept atheists, men with a criminal record, or unrehabilitated insolvents. If you are married, you must have your wife's support, as Freemasonry strongly believes that a man's family must always be treated as a major priority.
When joining a lodge, you'd be expected to regularly attend its monthly board of management as well as its ceremonial meeting, and will be encouraged to participate in occasional visits to other lodges.
SA is probably unique in the world in that we have 4 major constitutions operating in the country: the Grand Lodge of South Africa, the Grand Lodge of Ireland, the United Grand Lodge of England, and the Grand Lodge of Scotland.
Early on, when I was discussing Masonic symbolism, I mentioned that the apprentice's apron is to us, and it symbolizes the pure intentions of our order. Now, the gloves have a slightly different meaning, and across constitutions they vary once again. So in the instance of the Grand Lodge of South Africa, we have our gloves and we say that they should be, our actions and intentions should be as pure and unsullied as our hands.
There are lodges of ladies. The order is called the Eastern Star. It is quite large in America, and there are lodges of ladies under the Eastern Star operating in this country.
In one sense, we're saying we're not a religion, but we then invite you to come and join us at Park Lane Temple. So whilst we're not a religion, as you heard earlier, everything that we do is to the glory of the great architect of the universe, to the glory of God. And so whilst we are not religious, we still do worship. but some side degrees are merely for Christians. You have to believe in the Trinity. You cannot join if you do not believe in the Trinity. And that was designed for Christians. Freemasonry prescribes to the precepts of brotherly love. Truth, morality, brotherly love. Part of our ritual, which the Grand Master often says a lot to me, forgive the faults and frailties of a brother. Tolerance is another big word that we use. And so we accept our brethren that they have faults, that they are not all perfect. None of us are. And we try. Most of us try. Some of us sometimes try and tolerate and accept. I can show you videos of anything you want. You know, one of the most common facts is 90% of the statistics on the internet are incorrect. So said Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. But how many times do we as Masons walk around and someone says, find out we're a Mason. My uncle was a Mason. My dad was a Mason. My grandfather was a Mason. And you ask them, what did they think of that person? They were wonderful people. Do we, ladies and gentlemen, really believe that Freemasonry has evil aspects when people we know and trust have been members and dedicated members of this craft? The object of Freemasonry is to take a good man and make him better. That's what we do. And we do that through taking the lessons and the morals and the symbolism and the representation of those symbols and teach us how to be better people. How at the end of our lives we lived respected and die regretted. How we've made lives better for people around us. That's what we do. That's what we should do. And for the most part, that is what we do.